So I got either this hat,
That's not a cowboy hat.
It's
okay,
not. Mm-mm.
or this one. Hola, señor.
That's not a cowboy hat
Soy
either.
cowboy. No?
Mubarak,
No.
we have talked about this. We have talked about.
What you gonna do about it, huh?
Hi everyone, welcome to another review, Geek Dhaba review. I'm Yumna and we have Mubarak and Junaid, and today we're going to be reviewing The Power of the Dog.
Woof woof.
So let's get it. Guys, what did we think?
I am disappointed. Yeah.
Are you still
a stretch.
laughing?
It's a stretch. It's just a stretch. I mean, you don't need such long movies. I don't know for what reason they thought that you need long movies for this Oscars. But no, they could have easily cut like maybe 50 minutes or maybe an hour even.
Easy.
Easily. Because the main aim of the story was not to have a westernized story. It was basically based on a book which I haven't read. But it was okay. It was a one-time watch. I enjoy it. I just passed my time just to get it over with. And that's what I think.
I feel the same, to be very honest. It's a little too long, and it's like there's not much going on. It's like I know it's these Oscar movies, they're not supposed to be typical action flicks and all that, but this one was just a little too dry. It's like, and I don't understand the hype about it. Like, it's like there's nothing there. There's no juice in the steak. It's a very dry steak. And steaks, the only thing that comes to mind because of the cows and the cattle and whatnot, cowboy stuff. What about you, Yumna?
Firstly, The Power of the Dog was actually the first film that was directed by a woman to receive, I think, more than 10 Academy Award nominations.
10?
And
10?
10, more than 10. And apparently the director is also the first woman to receive more than one Academy Award nomination in her career so far. I can see what the author was trying to do. I can understand the themes behind it. I can understand the message she was trying to send with regards to masculinity, right? We have Phil, who is this really toxic, manly man, masculine guy, who's obviously, we find out, compensating for something. We have, what was the kid's name again? Peter.
Yeah.
And we, just because Peter looks so frail and effeminate, very, what's the word, meek, but clearly, like, he ended up being the smarter one. He ended up outsmarting the smartest man on the ranch, is it? The farm? The field. You know, in the end, by killing him. I get that. I get the author had to send a message here regarding masculinity, regarding all the other themes. I get all of that. And but I will have to agree that it was way too long. I think they tried to create a slow burn element, but it fizzled out in between. Again, they leave a lot up to us to imagine, which I don't like. Okay, so we've discussed Nightmare Alley recently, right? And a lot was left to our imagination. That kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah.
In this book, in this movie, we're to assume a lot of things all over again. It did lead me to assume that maybe this kid, Peter, who said that his dad thought he wasn't kind at all. Why would his dad say that? I mean, his actual father, who died. Why would he say that? Did Peter kill him as well? What's going on here? Is it like a Norman Bates type of thing? Bates Motel, where the kid tries to protect his mom, is too overprotective, mother complex. I don't know what's going on. I have to okay, it made me think a lot, but I wish they had left. Like, they had so much time. It was like a 2-hour movie, right? They could have put in more things for us to pick up. I mean, a lot of scenes were unnecessary. A lot of things we had to keep thinking. I mean, yes, like give us a movie that encourages us to think and like piece things together. But I don't know, like, what am I supposed to think? It was, and honestly, I don't know if it's just me, but I mean, Benedict's acting was not that good in this time.
And
Like,
why is he nominated for Best Actor? And why did
I
he
don't
win a
understand.
BAFTA? As of today, he's won a BAFTA for this, right?
But is it just me? Is it just me? Like, do you guys agree with me here, or do you guys think that no, he did do a really good job?
I'll tell you. I think I found out the real reason he won for this and why he's nominated. That one scene, that one unnecessary scene when he gets naked and then you see half his schnitzel. I think that's the only reason why they wanted to nominate. They're like, "Yep, we see a 6-shooter. We're putting it. We're putting him in the Oscars."
Well,
No,
we
but
certainly saw a part of Benedict we didn't see before, and we had to nominate him.
No, but seriously, like, okay, what was that scene about, by the way? Why am I watching that? And why tease half? Why not show us the full thing?
Because he still has to get another nomination in the future, Mubarak.
Okay. That's what the other half is going to be for.
No, but Benedict is a great actor, and this was a great role he was in.
Definitely.
Like it was a really good role, but I feel like in some places you could sense a crack in his
Accent
attempted masculinity
and accent
and his accent. I mean, like, I don't know if it's intentional. You seeing him like breaking a little, or is it that, like, you can't tell. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like the author either missed out a lot of details from the book and tried to like make up her own thing. The plot twist was great, but if we think about it, we're in a ranch setting, or there's like this masculine and manly man whose brother marries this woman, and the son ends up killing him in the end. That's the basic plot. That's it. It was too long. If it was like an hour and 20 minutes, would have been perfect.
Perfect.
We would have had a lot more good smooth. Yeah. I was very disappointed by this because this movie got the most hype of the year.
The most, exactly.
And when I was doing another review with Omer a few days ago, he had said that probably this movie might win the Oscar, and I think I have to agree with him here. This movie might end up winning Best Picture, even though we don't want it to. And even I have a feeling it will. We can discuss this in a prediction video later.
Yeah.
But I don't think the ones we like. I don't think they're gonna be winning so far. I have a feeling.
Okay.
I have a really weird feeling. And I don't know why. I don't see why it even got nominated to begin with. But I did say in a couple of our videos before that all it takes apparently these days is really good cinematography and really good setting, and like, you're Oscar nominated all of a sudden. So this could be one of those things. I don't want to underestimate what the director was trying to show over here with the portrayal of masculinity and how we perceive things. Like, probably most of us didn't think the kid would go that far, but you started getting subtle signs of it, like when he took that rabbit and how he killed that rabbit. Yeah. He loved it and then he, snapped its neck, or like how he brought a rabbit for his mom and then he ended up like dissecting it, and I'm like, okay, if I didn't know he was going to be a doctor, that kid is a serial killer for sure. I had this thought in my head, like when the part came, I'm like, if I didn't know he was going to be a doctor, like, then he would be a serial killer for sure, because most like serial killers have this whole history of animal abuse.
Exactly.
So I did enjoy it to an extent, but my mind wasn't blown by it that much.
Same. There are some things I agree with in terms of Oscar nomination, supporting actors and actresses. Jesse Plemons, I believe his name is. Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
that is fine acting.
I agree.
Okay, Phil's brother, fine acting, and his later wife, you know,
Rose.
yeah, Kirsten Dunst, fantastic acting by the both of them. They definitely deserve the Oscar nomination, but Phil, Benedict Cumberbatch, I'm like, no, not really. And for best film, I don't think so. Definitely not. It's not nothing that wows you, you know. Like I expect an Oscar movie to blow me away, like with a good story or like especially a good story, because that makes things pop. And then from that good story, then you get to see the good acting. If your basic story is bad, then no matter how much you try, you end up with a bad, um, acting. JD, let's move the scores.
Yeah, I'll just add it before
Sure.
that.
Sure.
One is
Mhm.
this was about two ranchers, which was taken too far. I'm just gonna be honest. And about Western movies, it's just like you either like it or you hate it.
Okay.
And if you stretch a movie that far and that also Western movie, chances are it's gonna be hated more. Because another point is Rose was portrayed as playing the piano a lot, but that could have been cut out and nothing would have been made any different. Because we don't really see a use for it or where she used it to some advantage or whatever it is. And Benedict got the nominations for, I believe, because he's now overrated because of all the Marvel movies he's done. And just because
That's a
of,
Doctor Strange poster in your background, yes?
yeah,
Okay. Just check.
I'm pointing to this. Yeah,
Sorry to interrupt.
I'm talking about this.
You can continue after I say one thing. I don't think Benedict is overrated because some of his roles, like Sherlock, The Imitation Game, they speak for themselves. He is
Some
good
of
as a
his
villain.
roles.
He's very good as a villain. But here, I don't know what I saw. I'm guessing I'm supposed to see like a very bland jock type with no substance. If I did, then okay, fine. Benedict, you get the award, fine.
Okay.
But I wanted more from him.
Yeah.
But continue, JD.
What I would just say is there are not a lot of guys who can play Western characters, and Benedict isn't one of them. Jesse, I believe he can play it. He played it, and I think the nomination should have been him rather than Benedict.
But he's not
One of
the main actor.
He's a supporting actor.
Yeah, which he has a nomination. Definitely
One
a
actor.
contender.
One actor which comes to mind, who we all know, if he played this character, he would have made a mark. Johnny Depp.
Definitely.
So, this is what my take is. It's too long. It was boring. It was okay till like 80 minutes, 85 minutes, and then it just got boring. And I think we should just move to the scores now.
Yeah, what's your score?
I'll give it a 6.5.
All right. Yamna?
I'm probably gonna give it a 6.
I have it as a 6 as well. It's a fun one-time watch, but there's nothing out of it. It's not even a fun one-time watch. It's just a one-time watch. It's like, Tiga, you've seen the movie. That's it. Anyways, let's end it here. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And let us know. Yeah, let us know what you thought of this movie, The Power of the Dog, which, by the way, had one scene with a dog. And speaking of one scene with the dog, what was up with that shadow of the dog on the mountain? Well, like, what? Why? How?
Oh, I think it's kind of a metaphor for something, basically.
Okay.
Read the book.
I don't want to read the book. All right, thank you all, and laters. Bye.